afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the last Live at 4 of 2020.
We wish we were sad to say that, but two more days, yeah, and then this crazy year is behind us.
We are preempted tomorrow and Friday, so this is it for us. So here's what's making news. Yeah, here's what's making news on this Wednesday. Snow cleanup is underway, but you don't have much time. We're already tracking the next storm heading our way on New Year's Day, and this storm is bringing the potential for ice.
It may not be a marquee bowl game, but the Badgers put on a show at the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Sports director Zach Hanley has the highlights.
And the UK has become the first country in the world to approve a third coronavirus vaccine. How this could be a game changer in the fight against COVID-19. But first, let's take a look outside. Cleanup day here at Madison. These lights on University Avenue that Chris Cameron puts up every year, they are a sign of the season, that's for sure. And the weather words for today, another one on the way. Chris Reese is at Chris Manor with the latest. Chris?
Yeah, we do have another system on the way. This one trending a little weaker as we've gone through the afternoon. So that's good news for the folks who really need some time to get things cleared out. We'll see how that plays out. But for now, that's certainly a possibility. As we look outside at the moment, skies are cloudy. Those rooftops are certainly white. Temperatures, though, still cooler. 25 out there. We've seen our temperatures drop pretty much as we have gone through the day. So our warmest part of the day was earlier on this morning. A couple of flurries cannot be ruled out, but most of us are going to be dry as we go through tonight and into tomorrow here throughout south central Wisconsin. Temperatures are now only slightly warmer than we were at this time yesterday. As we keep going through the rest of the afternoon, we'll notice those temperatures a lot cooler than just 24 hours ago. 28 in Janesville right now. Wisconsin Dells is at 23. 27 in Basketball as well. Most of us find our temperatures in the 20s unless you're closer towards the lakeshore where those temperatures are into the 30s. But the wind chills, they are down into the teens. They will get colder as our temperatures also get colder as we head into tonight. 22 by 10 o'clock. I'm expecting overnight lows down into the upper single digits. We're going to talk more about that possible second storm coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes. Traffic-wise, things are all clear. Now they have the belt lines all good to go, and most highways are good to go. But still, keep in mind, a lot of those residential roads, those side streets, they are still dealing with some of that snow cover, and in some spots it is quite deep. So keep that in mind. We'll keep you up to date on traffic as well as we go throughout Live at 4.
All right, Chris, thank you. City crews are still working diligently to get all of the streets plowed in Madison.
But they still get a lot of calls from people asking, why is my street not plowed? Jamie Perez asked them about their process today.
Yeah, so the city says that after any winter storm events, they get a lot of complaints about things like this, people not seeing their streets completely plowed or it's still being snow covered for a significant amount of time. Well, today they gave me a little bit of insight as to why the process takes as long as it does. The Streets Division says they deploy hundreds of snowplow trucks as the snowfall nears its end, and it takes up to 16 hours to get all of Madison plowed. Brian Johnson with the Streets Division says he understands people's frustrations who live on unplowed roads or streets that seem to always be the last to get plowed, but he's hoping for some patience as the city works around the clock to get it done.
It's a circumstance out of all of our control that's making our lives complicated. And it's frustrating to have to experience that. But we're doing what we can to wrestle through it and kind of get through, and a little bit of patience, we'll all get there.
With another snow event headed our way, he's asking for more patience from residents as these drivers will have to go through this process all over again. Coming up tonight at 6, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a behind-the-scenes look about the coordination that it takes between the Streets Division and all the snowplow drivers to be able to get 1,800 miles of the city completely plowed.
Jamie, thank you. 3 more people have died from COVID-19 in Dane County. That brings the county total to more than 180 deaths related to the virus. The death of 30 other people was also announced this afternoon by state and local health leaders. More than 2,500 more people across the state were also notified they tested positive for COVID-19.
Britain became the first country in the world to approve the coronavirus vaccine from AstraZeneca and the University of Oxford. So far in the U.S., the 2 that have been approved continue to roll out across the nation more slowly than had been hoped, as a possibly even more infectious strain of the virus makes its first appearance. Elise Preston has the latest from New York.
Senior citizens camped out at a COVID vaccine site in Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis has prioritized the state's 4 million elderly.
You have people who fought in World War II, survived the Holocaust. These are people that we've got to stand with and prioritize.
So far, the vaccine rollout has been just a fraction of the original goal of 20 million injections by the end of the year. Officials with Operation Warp Speed admit the distribution is lower than they'd hoped.
We absolutely are advocates of higher uptake.
All eyes are on Colorado after the state reported the first U.S. case of a more contagious variant of the virus first seen in the UK. A man in his 20s with no travel history.
Our public health officials are working diligently to identify anyone else who may have been exposed and any other potential cases, to test them to see if there's a chain of transmission.
In the California epicenter, Los Angeles County reported its highest number of COVID hospitalizations in a single day, topping 7,000.
Here in New York, Times Square is setting up for a very different kind of New Year's Eve. No crowds are allowed, just a selection of frontline workers and their families.
But some traditions will go on. Workers are putting the finishing touches on the New Year's Eve ball and did a test run of the giant confetti drop. As the total number of infections in the U.S. climbs towards 20 million, New York's mayor is asking people to enjoy the festivities from home and says the vaccine will be the game changer that launches the city's recovery. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
And on Tuesday, more than 200,000 new cases were reported in the United States.
The fight continues in the U.S. Senate today over COVID relief stimulus checks. Republican leaders are pushing to override a presidential veto, while Democrats demand a clean vote on $2,000 checks. The Senate Majority Leader has introduced a new bill that would combine $2,000 stimulus checks with 2 of the president's unrelated priorities: the creation of a commission to study election fraud and the repeal of Section 230, which shields social media companies from lawsuits.
What we're seeing right now is Leader McConnell trying to kill the checks, the $2,000 checks desperately needed by so many American families, by tying them completely to partisan provisions.
The Senate's not going to be bullied into rushing out more borrowed money into the hands of Democrat rich friends who don't need the help.
His Florida resort, where he unleashed a tweet storm against Georgia officials the same day the state's Bureau of Investigation announced it found no absentee ballot fraud in Cobb County. On Monday, the president and the president-elect, Joe Biden, will hold dueling rallies in the Peach State. Each hope to inspire voters to turn out for Senate candidates ahead of the January 5th runoff elections.
Staying in the temporary men's shelter at the Madison Fleet Services building are back inside after a carbon monoxide leak this morning. Fire officials say the leak was caused by a malfunctioning heater. Almost 100 people were evacuated from the facility just after 4:30 this morning. They had to take shelter in Madison Metro buses while crews ventilated the building. The building was safe to re-enter about an hour later. Well, the Badger football team will end their season with a winning record.
The Badgers beat the Wake Forest Demon Deacons in the Duke's Mayo Bowl just a few hours ago. Sports director Zach Hanley joins us now with the highlights. Zach?
As for the Badgers, down 14-0 right off the bat, but like they've done all year, Wisconsin fought through adversity and found a way to get the job done against Wake Forest. Tied at 21 in the third, and that's when the fun began. Deacons driving, and Noah Burke says, "I'll take that." The first of 4 straight Wake Forest drives that were ended by Wisconsin, who picks off the pass. And 2 plays later, the Badgers would turn the turnover into points. Graham Mertz to a wide-open Mason Stockey. Scotty scored 28 straight points to cap off their season with a 42-28 win in the Mayo Bowl. Now, the only downside from the bowl, during the celebration in the locker room, Graham Mertz dropped the trophy and shattered it. Paul Chryst said they just wanted everyone to have a piece of the trophy.
I hate cleaning up spilled mayo. It's terrible. All right, Zach, thank you. Well, 4 days after a homemade bomb rocked the city of Nashville, federal authorities are starting to piece together a picture of what happened. There's also new indications police may have gotten an important tip about the suspect more than a year ago. The CBS news station in Nashville got a copy of this police report. It says accused bomber's girlfriend told officers that he was building bombs in the RV trailer at his residence. That report was made in August of 2019. At the time, police were responding to her home after she threatened to kill herself. Her attorney, who also had represented the accused bomber, was also there.
She was so convincing that morning and so distraught that I decided in her front yard in the middle of all those police officers on the spot that even though it was a former client of mine, that somebody needed to go check him out right then. And I made a separate report to the police.
The police report says officers went to the suspect's home on Bakertown Road. They say they saw the RV, but it was fenced off and they couldn't see inside it. They were never able to make contact with him, and the report was later deemed unfounded.
The Justice Department has formally ended its investigation into the 2014 shooting of Tamir Rice. The 12-year-old was killed by Cleveland police officers who mistook his toy pellet gun for a real weapon. Rice's mother says the Justice Department's decision not to prosecute the officers for her son Tamir's death is inexcusable and unjust.
I should have an indictment and a conviction for my 12-year-old son.
The 2014 shooting was caught on camera outside of a Cleveland recreation center. A 911 caller alerted police about a, quote, guy pointing a gun at people and said the person was probably a juvenile and the gun was, quote, probably fake. But that information was never transmitted to the officers who responded to the scene. One opened fire on 12-year-old Rice seconds after they arrived. In a statement, the Justice Department said prosecutors found insufficient evidence to support federal criminal charges against the officers involved. They say the video is grainy, shot from a distance, and added that Tamir's hands are not visible during the relevant time.
Well, still to come before these long winter days are the perfect time to pick up a good book.
Oh, that's for sure. And it's even better to pick up a book written by a local author. Madison Magazine is out with a list of book titles, and we'll share them with you when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Lazy Boy, with recliners starting at $3.99, and Smith Brothers Amish handcrafted sofas at special New Year's sale prices. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale. Don't miss it.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honorably served. And it's made for her. She's serving now. We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renter's insurance. Become a member today. Call us for a quote. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. During Steinhoffel's Dream Car Giveaway, you could win a 2-year lease to a 2021 Mercedes C300 when you test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid. Beauty Rest Black are the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Queen mattresses start at just $19.99 and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash. And with Steinhoffel's special financing, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. So take a test rest and you could drive away in a Mercedes C300 during Steinhoffel's Dream Car Giveaway.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Took down the tree. That means it's time to put 2020 in the rear view and get to the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance for our best offers of the season across the Ford lineup. So hurry in today. The Ford Built for the Holidays sales event ends soon. Get Escape with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash and $2,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Sealy, with queen-size sets starting at $399 and flex steel sofas starting at $999. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale ends Sunday at 4.
Welcome back. Stocks gained in the second to final session of the year. The Dow Industrials added 73 points for a record-setting close of 30,409. The NASDAQ up 19, and the S&P 500 added 5. Well, cold and snowy weather is always a good excuse to stay home and read a good book.
Madison Magazine is back with its list of books written by local authors to read in the new year. Managing editor Andrea Bailing is back with a look at some of those books. Hi, Andy. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thanks for having me on. We've got a lot of great books that are out right now from local authors.
We have a lot of great authors in our area.
The weather is perfect to curl up, as we said, and do that. So what are we starting with?
Yep. The first one we have, I'm really excited about this as a fan of this author, Shoulder Season by Christina Clancy. You can pre-order it now. It's on sale July 6th. Comes on the heels of her debut novel, The Second Home, which I read and loved. And in her second book, you get to meet Sherry Taylor, who's a 19-year-old newly orphaned girl from East Troy in 1981 who decides to become a bunny at the Playboy Resort in neighboring Lake Geneva, which totally surprised me. I had no idea that that's an actual place and is now Grand Geneva Resort. Yeah, so really a fun book to pick up just to learn more about this fascinating real life setting, but then you'll also probably fall in love with the characters too.
All right, up next.
Up next, we have A Small Earnest Question by J.F. Riordan. And even before we put this reading list together, we'd reached out to local bookstore folks to ask for fall reading recommendations. And Charlotte from Mystery to Me told us this was a good one to pick up, which follows the life and times of characters living in Door County's Washington Island. And the author is actually from the island. And it's been called a modern-day Jane Austen, which is high praise. And Charlotte says it's a good book to pick up for a relaxing read. It's not a very high-stakes drama, so it's a nice break from the world we currently live in.
You had me at modern-day Jane Austen. Is that a Madison author?
She lives in Washington Island, so she creates this cast of characters, and this is the fourth book in a series about Washington Island. So,
all right, up next.
Up next is the United States of Cocktails, which is a little bigger than this author's last book, The Bloody Mary, that he wrote in 2017. But Brian Bartles, who currently lives in Madison and co-owns Settle Down Tavern, he released this, his latest, this past September. And there's a cocktail for every state and the District of Columbia, at least two featured as the representative cocktails. And he tries to make one a classic cocktail and the other a modern cocktail for the best of both worlds. So this is a good bar cart book.
So what's Wisconsin's cocktail?
You'll have to pick it up,
okay.
Mark.
All right.
Find out.
I guess an old-fashioned, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
All right, finally,
last but not least, The Last Watch by J.S. Dews. And early reviews for this one say they're name-dropping Battlestar Galactica, Game of Thrones, and The Expanse. So you can imagine how excited the sci-fi reading community is for this one. And it's the debut novel of J.S. Dews, who's a Madison-based author. And her this sci-fi tale is character-driven, featuring a motley crew of underdogs, and it's being called a funny, heart-pounding page-turner. So it will likely become a must-read for 2021. And it's available for pre-order now and goes on sale April 20th.
I was just going to ask you that. Are all the books available? Are all the books available wherever you find books?
Yes, yep, and the first one, the shoulder season and last watch, they're for pre-order right now because they come out in 2021. But the other two, A Small Earnest Question and United States of Cocktails, are available where books are sold.
We are blessed with so many good authors in this state.
Totally. We have a list of 16 book picks on our full list, and then 4 children's books and 3 poetry books, too. So we have even more on our full list.
Happy reading in the new year. Andy, Happy New Year to you. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys too.
The reading list is live on the Madison Magazine website right now and will be in the February print edition. You can also read about what else is going on in the Madison area this month by picking up a copy of the January edition of Madison Magazine. There's more to come at 4 New Year's Eve in Times Square will look very different this year.
When we come back, a look at New Year's Eve 2020 across the country coming up after Chris's first warn forecast.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's New Year's Flash Sale. 4 days only. Celebrate 2021 with 21% off everything in the store. Save 21% off sofas, mattresses, and more. Plus, get 1 year free financing. Don't miss the New Year's Flash Sale only at A1 Furniture and Mattress. A1Furniture.com.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
2020 got you feeling like your life's on pause? Get moving again at Planet Fitness during our big end-of-year sale. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Now through December 31st. And end the year on the right or left foot with tons of variety and space in our squeaky clean clubs. And use our app's new crowd meter to pick the best time to visit. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry! The big end-of-year sale ends December 31st.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
'Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx. 4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Havish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Finally home.
Okay, let's go.
Come on. Yeah. Welcome to the final days of Toyotathon. Here for a great deal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the wait is over.
Oh, Camry. Yes.
Right now, during the final days of Toyotathon, you can lease a new 2021 Toyota Corolla for $179 a month with $500 lease bonus cash included.
You can get a great deal, too, at Toyotathon, but it all ends January 4th.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's New Year's Flash Sale. 4 days only. Celebrate 2021 with 21% off everything in the store. Save 21% off sofas, mattresses, and more. Plus, get 1 year free financing. Don't miss the New Year's Flash Sale only at A1 Furniture and Mattress. A1Furniture.com.
Well, take a look at this. Senator Chuck Schumer held a virtual meeting with Transportation Secretary-designee Pete Buttigieg, and during the meeting, Senator Schumer briefly answered a call on his cell phone. He apparently still uses a flip phone. Okay, Boomer. It still work, I guess. Chris has the latest weather technology to keep an eye on the weather forecast for us. Chris?
Well, at least the technology that's provided to us. But we're going to be watching at least another chance to see some wintry weather on the first day of the new year. We're timing that all out in your first warn forecast.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough?
Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family,
To your teachers.
in that spirit of giving, Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone. The Chevy price you pay
Is what we pay. Not a cent more.
because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
Start the year smiling at Aspen Dental, where new starts happen every day. Get exceptional care at every step, unparalleled safety at every visit, and flexible payment options for every budget. Now, during the Everyday Smiles event, new patients get a full exam and set of x-rays with no obligation. No insurance? No worries. It's free. Plus, now all patients can get 20% off their treatment plan. Find every reason to smile every day at Aspen Dental. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book today at aspendental.com.
Accurate news as it happens.
We want to make sure our vaccination sites are ready.
Right here, where you live.
Nearly half of Dane County's total COVID deaths have come in the last month.
Information that you can use.
These case counts are still testing our public health system and straining our hospital system.
From the team you can trust.
So many generous people are willing to help us.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
Hey folks, Thursday morning we close out 2020 by looking ahead to the new year and take a look at some safe ways for both kids and adults to ring in the new year. We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
At News 3 Now, we've been asking antenna viewers to rescan TVs in order to receive our boosted broadcast signal. If you're still experiencing problems after rescanning, you may need to install a UHF-VHF combined antenna. For more information, please go to channel3000.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the snow from yesterday now moving out of here, but not before, leaving some decent totals in some spots, especially closer towards the state line. Janesville picking up 9 inches of snowfall yesterday, just under 8 inches in Edgerton, and then a lot of spots were around that half-a-foot range. At the station, the official total 6 inches. Here at Reese Manor, 7 inches of snow, and I'm not too far from the station, so you see how things played out. But then further towards the north and west, that's where that slightly southern shift in this system at the last minute left you on the lower side of those totals, and Prairie du Sac ended up with 3 inches. That's why I always say respect the low end as well, because it's always a possibility. 25 our temperature right now. Lingering clouds are sticking around. Is it possible to see a couple of flurries? Yes, but most of us should generally stay dry as we go throughout the rest of the day. The wind chill down at 15, and trust me, you feel that when you're out there. 28 in Janesville right now, 23 in the Dells. La Crosse coming in at 26, Viroqua at 22. At this point, pretty much all of us are seeing those temperatures into the low 20s, perhaps the mid-20s, unless you are in Milwaukee or Kenosha. That's where those temperatures are still into the 30s. But Doppler track shows you what I'm talking about when I say there's that minor flurry chance, just because there's enough low-level moisture there left in the atmosphere. And as our air gets colder, as we head into the overnight time frame, it's going to try to squeeze out more of that moisture. So the flurries will certainly be possible. Any heavier snow or even rain that's far across the south and east, parts of the Ohio Valley, leaving accumulating snow for them. But it's this front that likely helps set the stage for our next winter weather maker as we begin to move towards the first day of the new year. Here we are, January 1st, 6:30 in the morning. Pay attention as that system starts to work its way northward out of the south, and then by the evening, we could see some snow here throughout central parts of the state. I'll tell you what, though, a lot of the model data is trying to lower the amount of moisture with this and trend that a bit further to the south. That is something to watch closely. We've already lowered our forecast snow totals with this by about an inch or so, and we're going to continue to watch the trends as we get closer just to see if it becomes an event that really doesn't even impact us at all. In fact, some models keep us completely dry. So if you're not wanting any snow, well, there you go. You can keep your fingers crossed for that one. We'll see how things begin to play out for us. By the way, here's future track snow from that particular model run. Even if that's what happens, it's not a whole lot of snow. So this will not be the same kind of impact as what we saw yesterday. Think more so last Sunday, and perhaps even lighter than that for a lot of folks. Hour by hour throughout tonight, we're partly cloudy. Temperatures come down towards 9. Then for your Thursday, we're going to see more sunshine. Temperatures will be into the mid-20s for those highs. Now here we are Friday. It's 11 o'clock. We're starting to see that moisture stream in from the south. 2:30, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And notice the further south and east you are, the better chance you have to even see precipitation at all before that moves on out of here. Some good news, though. The first weeks of 2021 look to be above normal in terms of temperature, but also above normal in terms of precipitation. Keep in mind, our average temperatures are into the 20s and single digits or highs. So even if we're above normal, we're often still pretty cold, so this could lead to more snow chances as we move into January, and they are certainly in our forecast. In addition to Friday, which is an alert day for now, we're watching a system perhaps for the middle and end of next week that could bring more snowflake action around here.
A good start to...
All right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
I said a good start to 2021 there. Temperatures in the 30s.
Warm enough.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. With a surge in COVID cases, Airbnb is taking new steps to keep large groups from ringing in the new year in vacation rentals.
Airbnb is enforcing tougher global policies to stop large gatherings due to a spike in COVID cases. The platform has been updating its policies since the start of the pandemic, including putting a cap on occupancy, restricting guests under 25 without a history of positive reviews to book a listing, and even taking legal action against those who violate the rules.
It's just absolutely critical to prioritize public health.
The stepped-up efforts are designed to protect guests and keep vacationers from taking the virus home with them. Airbnb has also set up a 24-hour neighborhood support line for people to report complaints of parties at host sites. Well, as New Year's Eve approaches, health experts are once again sounding the alarm about the risk of large gatherings.
The biggest and best-known celebrations, like the one in Times Square, have either been canceled or will take place without a live audience.
Nikki Batiste reports from Times Square.
Confetti falling, revelers cheering, and midnight kisses. Ringing in the new year is always one big party around the globe. But this year's celebrations will strike a different chord as COVID-19 infections reach record numbers daily.
As we approach New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we cannot let our guard down.
According to AAA, as many as 84.5 million Americans were expected to travel from December 23rd to January 3rd to celebrate the holidays and the new year, leading to fears that New Year's parties will likely amplify the spread.
It would be magical thinking we're not going to see a bump after all this travel around the holiday season with Christmas and New Year's.
Dr. John LaPook is among many health officials concerned about large gatherings violating coronavirus protocols.
To the people that say, I have 10 friends coming over, but everyone tested negative, we're safe. What do you say?
The biggest misconception of this pandemic, and there's not even a close second, is that I got tested today and therefore I'm safe tomorrow or the next day. Remember that the incubation period is 2 to 14 days.
Law enforcement is already tamping down on large gatherings. In Newark, New Jersey this weekend, 2 women were arrested for hosting 200 people at a makeshift indoor bar at a warehouse. At the famous La Scala restaurant in Beverly Hills, California, customers reported an upcoming New Year's Eve secret indoor party to authorities. The restaurant responded to backlash, writing, its invitation was misunderstood and that they have consistently taken the most drastic steps to ensure guest and employee safety. But invitations like this one promoting a party in San Francisco are common across the United States.
How concerned are you and your department about public gatherings or house parties on New Year's Eve?
We're very concerned.
San Francisco police are warning of penalties for those breaking the state's rules.
The protocol has been to admonish someone or admonish people, giving them a warning at first. Sometimes there isn't that chance to admonish someone, and we will issue a citation.
It's possible to be arrested, even.
It is, yes.
More than 1 million people usually fill these Times Square streets behind me to watch the crystal ball drop. But this year, they're closed to the public. Dr. LaPook gave us some tips as we head into New Year's Eve. Do not party with anyone outside your pod. And even if you have been vaccinated, that does not mean the people around you are safe from COVID-19. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, New York.
Square with no people in it.
Yeah,
that is going to be something to see.
Unusual holiday indeed.
Yeah, what a year. We'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Took down the tree. That means it's time to put 2020 in the rear view and get to the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance for our best offers of the season across the Ford lineup. So hurry in today. The Ford Built for the Holidays sales event ends soon. Hurry to get Flex Buy on Fusion with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash and $2,000 trade assist, or lease for just $199.
Unity Point Health presents things you need to know about healthcare workers. They're real people just like us. They have houses and families, and they like to eat spaghetti. At least I bet they like to eat spaghetti. They care for everybody, even people they don't know. They might worry about getting sick, their family, their patients. Tell them thank you by wearing a mask and social distancing. Thank you, healthcare workers. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
We hear much about what divides us, our differences. But today, America is coming together, as it always has. People rising to the occasion. Among them, the healthcare alumni of Herzing University, over 12,000 strong and growing. This is your opportunity to join Herzing, to make a difference. Together, you can start now. Find out how at herzing.edu.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Tonight at 5, the Department of Workforce Development says they've cleared a backlog of unemployment claims. Hear from the new secretary-designee.
And while we're still cleaning up a little bit of snow on the ground, we're keeping our eyes on the next opportunity for light snow for New Year's Day. We'll look at your full forecast.
And then at 6, we'll hear from the city's street division on their ongoing effort to clear every street in the city when they expect that to happen. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
This is a live look at downtown Madison as we are adjusting the camera to get the best angle on this Wednesday afternoon.
Wintry scene. Well, sad news today. Another member of the Gilligan's Island cast has died.
Yeah, Dawn Wells famously played Mary Ann in the hit 1960 show. She died this morning in Los Angeles of complications from COVID-19. She was originally from Reno, also appeared in Bonanza, 77 Sunset Strip, and Maverick. She was 82 years old. Tina Louise, who played Ginger, is the last member of the core cast still living. And we lost a lot of influential and talented people this year, from the shocking death of an NBA legend
to the passing of a legendary Supreme Court justice. A look back at those we lost in 2020.
There's a greater purpose that can be served by our sport.
Let's hear it again for the MVP of the finals, Kobe Bryant.
Hi, this is Curly Neal, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
I feel like my contribution has been the things that I've accomplished as a coach, and now the recognition and the reward is the Hall of Fame.
Not many people get to see the end of the rainbow. And I think I have. I think I've had the beauty of this career.
We all need somebody to lean on.
Just give me one thing that I can hold on to.
Because he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet.
There's something women like about a pickup man
that one does not expect to be in the history books.
Good evening, I'm Jim Lara. On the NewsHour this Monday,
we all know what reading is and how necessary it is, and it's the cornerstone of education.
Silence, the most underestimated quality of our life.
Hi, I'm Hugh Dow. I'm sitting in for Larry King. Thank you for joining us.
I suddenly found myself being recognized on the street with lines like, Mr. Costanza, serenity now, you're a very sick man.
Such heart. The story has such a great heart, and it's funny, and it's just another Pixar gem.
I've known this guy for almost all of his life.
They said they've been watching her since she was 5. Not that it matters. She says she's not going.
Black Panther movie would have been important at any point in time. It's not just about this time.
Bond. James Bond.
This week, I was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
What's happening in this country that has people full of fear, fright, and anger?
The right to vote is precious. It's almost sacred.
I am what I am, and I hope that they will be pleased.
How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh?
Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner and this free prescription savings card that can help you save up to 80% on prescription drugs. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and 2 free gifts. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family,
to your teachers.
In that spirit of giving, Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone. The Chevy price you pay
Is what we pay. Not a cent more.
because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Now through January 4th, use the Chevy Employee Discount for Everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what is a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door. With 30 years of sleep experience,
the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet, it feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
The latest traffic report across the Madison area. Things are still all good for us in the green. A couple of slow spots are showing up, but for the most part, all is good. The Beltline average speed right around 60 miles per hour. That's 5 miles per hour over that posted speed limit of 55. Otherwise, look at routes cruising along with no major crashes or delays. Guys?
Cube, the brainiacs at Boston Dynamics have really done it this time. They shared an impressive video showing off the agility and advanced AI of their robots, pulling off some popping and locking, dancing around the clock and worth of tick-tocking dance moves. Yes, even the dog, there it is, even the dog can dance better than you. Creepy and fun at the same time. Well, this time of year, we often do a lot of reflection on the past year while looking ahead to the new year.
Right, and this year, so many of us are anxiously awaiting brighter days ahead. You can start your 2021 off right by writing out a purpose statement.
Our happiness expert, Christine Whelan, joins us now to talk about it. Hi, Christine, Happy New Year.
Happy almost New Year to you.
Just about. So what is a purpose statement?
So rather than that traditional New Year's resolution list where we often kind of beat ourselves up about, you know, oh, let's say this year the pandemic weight we've gained or all the things we want to do differently, I'm suggesting that this year is a really good year for some self-love and compassion, but also forward-looking positivity. And so to do that, I'm suggesting that people embrace a New Year's purpose statement. And a purpose statement is really a way of saying what matters most to me, why does it matter, and then how I'm going to take specific steps to make it happen in my life. So I thought that today we could kind of talk through a little pandemic-y New Year's purpose statement so that people could do one at home.
All right.
Yeah, I love this idea. What are some of the questions that you want to be asking yourself?
All right, so I've broken it down into 5 questions. So let's think about it almost as sort of like a New Year's Mad Lib statement. So here are the 5 questions, and they're simple to ask, but they're not necessarily simple to answer. So take a little time to think it through. The first question is, what do I value? What's really important to me? Not other people, but me. And then the second question is, what am I good at? What are my gifts? Not the things that I have to do, but the things that I want to do with my time. The third question, who do I want to positively impact? What cause or organization or group of people do I want to help? The fourth question for this New Year's pandemic purpose statement is looking back a little bit at some of the lessons learned from 2020. It was a very hard year, but there were also probably some silver linings. So what were some of the lessons that you learned that might help you think about the next year as well? And then with those 4 questions, what kind of purpose-based commitments do you want to make in 2021 to move forward in your life, to take those lessons learned and really go for that thriving that we're all craving?
We're seeing the statement on the screen right now. This is sort of in lieu of resolutions, more of a positive spin rather than I want to do this, I want to lose weight, that sort of thing.
Indeed, because really, I mean, I could lose the pandemic weight too, right? You know, we've all got that in the background. But there is something really to be said for self-love and compassion this year. But not being wishy-washy about it either. I'm really suggesting that you look inward, that you think about what worked and what didn't. Think in terms of your values, your strengths, who you want to impact. But then take it, maybe it could be a day-by-day purpose statement. This is what I've done with people for a lot of 2020, just thinking about it day by day. But in my purpose statement, for example, you know, one of the things that I learned in 2020 is that home is where my heart is. But travel really does spark joy in my life. So for 2021, I want to think about where that new balance is going to be for me. So thinking about the lessons learned in 2020 and then how to bring that forward in 2021. Because unfortunately, we're not going to flip the switch and have everything go back to normal on New Year's Day 2021. But we can bring some of the lessons and the good stuff to make 2021 an even happier and more positive year.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. And what is the power, do you think, in actually writing it down?
So when we write things down and ideally share it with others, what we end up doing is making a commitment to ourselves. And purpose-based commitments are a how with a why. They're a goal with a purpose. And when you write those things down, maybe post it on your refrigerator, maybe post it as the background of your computer or on your bathroom mirror. Post it somewhere where you can see it, even share it on social media. These are things that we can also do to look back over time and see whether we're living the way we want to. I'm encouraging a lot of my students to kind of write a little time capsule letter to themselves. So on New Year's 2022, they can look back and remember what this transition was like and see whether they've gotten where they were hoping to go.
Yep, it's in writing. Here's to a wonderful 2021. Christine, Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy New Year to you guys as well, and here's to a much better 2021 all around.
Great to see you, Christine. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Lazy Boy, with recliners starting at $399, and Smith Brothers Amish handcrafted sofas at special New Year's sale prices. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale. Don't miss it.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Sealy, with queen-size sets starting at $399 and flex steel sofas starting at $999. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale ends Sunday at 4.
The DWD says they've cleared a backlog of unemployment claims. Hear from the new secretary-designee. And the UK approves a new COVID vaccine. Hear why it's easier to distribute than the other two in circulation at 5.
News 3 Now this morning brought together chefs and owners from struggling local restaurants.
Without assistance, a lot of us aren't going to exist in 2021.
Your holiday helpings are already making a difference, and continued support can help keep these vital community businesses alive. Learn more at channel3000.com.
All right, Chris is not available. Maybe a little snow coming for New Year's Eve, maybe 1 to 3 inches or so. And there's no Live at 4 shows for the rest of the week, the rest of the year for that matter. So Monday on Live at 4, we'll meet our pet of the week. Check out, that's coming up Monday on Live at 4.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
'Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
At Novartis, our goal is to help keep Cosentyx accessible and affordable. If you're taking Cosentyx and your insurance or coverage changes, or you need help paying, Cosentyx Connect is here to help. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms if your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Call us or visit us online. We're here for you.
When it comes to 2020, it's time to wipe the slate clean and get a fresh start now at Herzing University. Earn the degree you need for a lasting career. Herzing is accredited, transfer-friendly, and offers you the personal care and support so important during these times. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. You've got a clean slate. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
2020 got you feeling like your life's on pause? Get moving again at Planet Fitness during our big end-of-year sale. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Now through December 31st. And end the year on the right or left foot with tons of variety and space in our squeaky clean clubs. And use our app's new crowd meter to pick the best time to visit. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry! The big end-of-year sale ends December 31st.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Today's final touch, some video to brighten up a gloomy Wisconsin winter day.
We're taking you to the Enchanted Garden in Columbia. Every day, Leonore Pardo wakes up just before sunrise to prepare for the arrival of hundreds of hummingbirds. The enclosed garden, about 40 miles outside the capital of